Watch and burn.
Hey everyone. So tonight I want to talk about the Berzerker's second album for Earache Records, and this is Dissimulate. This is one of the most completely unique, I mean the Berzerker in general are one of the most completely unique bands that I had come across, at least up until this point. And I will say that here it is all these years later in 2023, and I have to say that I don't know, the guitar sound mixed with the gabber kicks, with the pounding snares and the honest sense of like a love and respect for grindcore, but at the same time having a lot of love and respect for more electronic elements or electronic types of music. It's really sort of created this perfect cross section, or it's created like the perfect union of like electronic music and metal, which it's been done before. But I always felt that the Berzerker deserved somewhat of a wider audience. I know their shit's fast and heavy and fucking crazy, and it's always pulling samples off old like Faces of Death movies and shit, and their stuff's about putrefaction and serial killers raping dead headless bodies, and the samples they use are really gross, and I can understand what was limiting them from gaining said wider audience. But musically speaking, as far as like their hooks, their harmonies, the vocal patterns, Dissimulate is perfect. This record is scary sounding. The lyrics are incredibly well written. The music is so incredibly catchy and well realized. The production is amazing. And I do love that sort of, that sense of consistency to the Berzerker's artwork. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Berzerker's just one dude. And he'll bring people in to sort of play live shows, or at least back when the Berzerker were still a thing. I'm not into them anymore. The last record of theirs that I paid attention to was World of Lies. And I got that back when it came out. I think it was like 2008, 2009, around there. I'm not sure. I think overall my favorite is probably this record here, Dissimulate, because it's got like there's something about this record that just says, listen to me and then listen to me again and again. And I'm not sure if it's the guitar play or if it's like sort of like the relationship between the guitar play and the samples and then the songwriting. I don't know. There's something about this record that I never get sick of. And whereas I never listen to their first one anymore because it just at this point sounds kind of dated and I don't love it anymore. And World of Lies, it continued to build off the strength and the ideas put in place on Dissimulate. But I will still say that out of Dissimulate and World of Lies, my favorite will always be Dissimulate. Even though World of Lies is incredibly strong, just I always find myself putting this record on, and it's just, I think it's the samples on here. I don't know what it is. It's just something about them. It is, this record kind of feels like an autopsy, in a sense, or there's something medically unsound about this album. I think a lot of people used to feel the same way about Carcass's early stuff, that there was like that sort of that sense of like a medical precision put into the wordplay and the guitar play, and then Carcass's overall obsession with, you know, disgusting shit, putrefaction of dead bodies and fucking autopsies and all that shit. And I think Carcass's honest interest in these things translated into their music so exceptionally well that there's something just as gross about Carcass's early stuff as there is about this record. But what I will say that the Berzerker has on Carcass is the Berzerker are way catchier, at least up until Heartwork. Carcass, oh dude, I could talk about Carcass's Heartwork like all night, so I should probably not do that. But the Berzerker's body of work seems to be a little more inviting and perhaps a little more accessible than a lot of Carcass's stuff. But the Berzerker and Carcass do sort of share that honest, sort of disgusting medical aspects that I absolutely love. And that is one of the things that keeps bringing me back to this album, over and over again, is that sort of like medical angle coupled with how catchy and fun the songwriting is. This record fucking pounds, don't get me wrong, but it's not needlessly pounding like I would argue their first record does or has. or is, or I don't even remember what I was saying anymore. I'm going to stop. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discussed the Berzerker's absolutely fucking stunning second album, and that is Dissimulate. Like always, if you like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. And I think I've said this a bunch before, but the next time you're up at Walmart or you're at anywhere and they're like, hey, you want to give $1 to charity? Just say yes. That totally counts as doing something nice for somebody. And it's easy, and you'll help someone. But most importantly, don't forget that the world is a better place because you are in it. And I really appreciate you making it till the end of this video. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.